Alright everyone, today is a very auspicious day, which means there's actually an extra video. We are celebrating 12 years on YouTube as Styxhexenhammer666. That is 12 years as of today, November 28th. I have been on the platform. To celebrate, I figured I'd put links in the description, and I'll pin them, by the way, on YouTube to all the other places where I'm uploading. And the reason is this. YouTube 12 years ago is a much more dynamic and, I would argue, fun place. There are definitely advances that have been made. You don't have buffering problems. Some forms of censorship are actually less now. We've already been through the copyright dark ages. If you think things are bad now, you should have existed in 2011 or 2012. A lot of things on the site have gotten better. You get 4K and 60 FPS and widescreen and all these fun things. But there are elements of the platform that have gone backwards. For instance, YouTube now fucks over independent creators in favor of mainstream news, mainstream entertainment, explicitly. By the way, you should use de-mainstream YouTube to knock them all out of the related videos list when you search for things. That way you'll never have to see CNN, Fox, The Young Turds, Salon, or all these morons again. Then the site becomes a lot better, like it used to be. Then you'll see more of me or some other legitimate creator. You should all be using de-mainstream YouTube, but even more than that, you should be using other video hosting sites. I hate to say that. Of course, I enjoy YouTube, and as a jukebox, of course, it can't be beat. When it comes to music, as long as you're using ad blocking software, like a non-moron, it's definitely the best, bar none. There's no competitor. That being said, I figured I'd give a little bit of a state of the YouTube union. I figured, another year goes by, been on it 12 years, I think it's time to make a special dedicated video. Over the last 12 years, over 300 million views on the platform. A large proportion of which come from the last 2 or 3 years, by the way. I think more than half of them come from the last 3 years. So things have definitely sped up. Almost 500,000 subscribers, untold amounts of fan participation, live streams that regularly number in the many thousands of people, sometimes in the multiple tens of thousands. It's extreme, and for those of you that don't know, I never logged on to YouTube in the first place many years ago, figuring, hey, I'm going to be a YouTuber for a living. I'm going to make money at this. It's going to be a regular, like a daily thing. At first, I was only making a couple videos a week, and on my first channel, of course, it was really low quality. Old style Logitech webcam. Didn't even have 480 with my first webcam. And I was basically I was dicking around. That's how I got on YouTube. I mean, I knew it existed. I had watched videos. But then I said, hey, I've got this webcam basically for chatting with people. Why don't I hear I can put videos on YouTube. This is an interesting idea. I'll just put some random shit on there. And my first video was basically just me fiddling around with the webcam filters. And that's basically what I did for the first year I was on YouTube. And then I started making entheogenic content, and that's basically the first sort of step into being reasonably well known that I had was when I started making drug-related content. Some of them were very popular. And back then, if you had 50,000 views on a video, like I think I had on several, that was a lot. And I notched 100,000 views on a video. It wasn't actually me, so it's not really as much of an accomplishment. It was a grindcore upload. I think it was sectioned with a spiral saw by intestinal disgorge, if I remember correctly. I had over 100,000 views on it. That was in the 2000s. Back then, that was quite something, especially for a channel with only a few hundred subscribers at the time. I never envisioned that I would be anywhere near where I am now. By and large, you have to in part credit Donald Trump for running for office, partially Sargon for shouting me out with his due diligence video, and I've gotten other breaks since then as well, people talking to me and coordinating with other creators. But I never expected this particular trajectory to operate as it has. I never expected that I would be name-dropped in a BuzzFeed hit piece involving Alex Jones and I can't remember, I think it was BP Earthwatch at the time. It was still on YouTube, by the way. He got wrongfully terminated. I think he got his account back at some point. But anyway, yeah, so there's a little bit of a state of the YouTube union address. 300 million views, and hopefully 300 million more. Again, though, YouTube is purging people, so, you should join me elsewhere, too. That way there will be no interruption in service so you can continue clanking your spoon. You can. I don't have a spoon in here right now, but you know. By the way, I got that Puro coffee, the stuff from the Swedish MRE. Got a whole big ass box of it. Yeah, this is what I have in the mornings now, so I'm all amped up. I should take these and just fucking shove them in my mouth and eat them. Don't even bother brewing them. I'm hyper-caffeinated. And it shows, by the way. So yeah, definitely. It's been a fun ride so far, and here's to the next 12 years that I may or may not get, depending on the trajectory of the socio-political climate in the United States. That's about all. Peace out.